Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing something that actually isn't that new. It's been available for maybe 6 to 12 months here in the New Zealand market, but I kind of forgot to do an unboxing video for it. Despite it being awesome and genuinely a wonderful companion to the 9000 series from Audiolab. The 9000 CDT I haven't done a video until now. So it's great that we get the opportunity to share it finally. So, Audiolab. Audiolab produce now 3 quality tiers. They do a 6000, a 7000, and their flagship stuff is their 9000. Audiolab has come to market understanding that the consumer expectations of an integrated amplifier is going to be that to include digital inputs. USB, Bluetooth, coax, optical. Of course it's to connect things like your television and so on. But if you've got all of this powerhouse in the amplifier of a DAC and digital ins, why on earth do you need a CD player with analog outputs? You're better to do what Audiolab have done and produce wonderful CD transports. Now, the core difference between a CD player and a CD transport is how you output it to your amp. A CD transport does it in a digital domain. A CD player does it in an analog domain. Even a CD player with a digital out is never going to be tuned and focused as pinpoint accurately as a transport that is designed to focus on its clock and its digital stream output. Hence the success of Audiolab's CDT range. They do a 6000 CDT, there's a video there. They do a 7000 CDT with a traditional draw, tray load, and then they do the 9000. Now it's the 9000 we're going to be looking at, but my God, this is good. What they've focused on really heavily in this model is a combination of things, and these are the 2 singularly most critical elements. They do a read ahead, so essentially to overcome errors and potential jitter in the reading of their digital information off the disc itself. They do a read ahead, basically the ability to reread errors, virtually eliminating skipping. You'd have to have a pretty physically degraded CD before this player is going to skip in any way. The second, and again why this one's so good, is the emphasis on the crystal oscillation clock and ensuring that the digital out is absolutely perfect, not only from a bit perfect perspective, but a time perfection, because the 2 of them work together to give you the binary information perfectly. And that's why the the 9000 CDT exists. Right, let's have a look. Packaging. All of the Audiolab stuff comes wrapped in plastic, not just for the packaging labels and other things like that to give you a clean packet, but also a little bit of weatherproofing as well. Opening these is really straightforward, and the very first thing you should do is turn it over, score the bottom, and get rid of the outer protective layer. Get rid of immediately the freight labelling and other things like that, maybe a bit of scuffing, and of course again it has kept it in good physical condition throughout transport. Audiolab logo, front and centre. We've got some stacking information and warranty and care information. We've got a QR code that takes you to Audiolab's website, and of course a stated 3-year warranty. That's right through Audiolab's range, including their entry-level products. On one side we've got scannable information associated with the model and serial number, and also the colour. Today it'll be a silver one. And then again the Audiolab 9000 CDT. Opening the packaging's really straightforward. They're taped closed with that sort of paper tape. So opening it's really straightforward, really easy. Again, you should always be careful when dragging the knife across the top of the box. Lift it up a little. Right, so first look inside. Firstly, we've got an A4 Ziploc bag with the user manual, specifically for the 9000 CDT. Sliding this separate packaging, you'll see these little cups, see that? Both integrated amplifiers, streamer and CD transport have volume knobs, selector knobs, those types of things which this packaging is designed to support and protect the front of it from any impact in freight. Sacrificing potentially the accessory box, which has a couple of power cables and things on it, right? So not a big deal. Each of the accessory boxes actually has a bit of a part number associated with packing to ensure that in the factory the correct accessories go with it. So this one actually says 9000 CDT. In it is a New Zealand Australian power cord, IEC, earthed. There is a bit of foam packaging supporting the remote, and then the remote control itself. Now the remote is protected in a bubble wrapped sleeve, and this is a system remote control designed to operate any of the Audiolab pieces. Play, skip, pause, all of those types of things will operate both the streamer and the CD player. It's important to understand that because commonly people forget to look to the CD, which switches this on to its IR code for the CD player, CD transport, A for amplifier, and N for the in-network streamer. Of course the 9000N is their streamer, the 7000N and so on. Great fit and finish with the remote control, really easy to use, nice little elegant aluminium front as well. Right, lifting it out from there, oh look, there's some desiccant bags in there somewhere, right, all of that stuff. Right, lifting it out really, really easy. Look at that. We've got a couple of pieces of closed-cell foam, very straightforward to get rid of. And then on one end it is sellotaped closed with a couple of pieces of sellotape. A couple of simple little nicks. And we're in through that bag, starting to look at the player itself. Now, some of the smaller things that Audiolab have done in this range is focus on the stability of the CD player itself. So if we pause, and why I've left it up on its edge for a moment, the feet. Weirdly, Audiolab have done a lot of work with the feet. They're designed to isolate from surface vibration and any resonance from the operation of the CD transport itself. So it's wonderful that even the feet they've thought about. They've had a play, had a wee R&D, all of those things to make sure that it sits stably on the surface, stops rocking and minimises transient vibrations. Now the product itself from the front is pretty boring. For obvious reasons, it's the work that they've done inside. However, they're still making it pretty cool as far as the display. And again, as always, please hang around for the close-up photos. I will turn this on, show you some of the display options and things along those lines here. Nevertheless, starting at the front, we've got it embossed with an Audiolab logo, a simple power on-off, it takes it to standby, and a button associated with its operational state, red and so on. It sort of dimly glows red for standby and bright red for operation. Selection is a rotary encoder with an enter. Open and close, pretty straightforward with a very solid transport mechanism. It clamps brilliantly, and again the combination of a reasonable clamp, a reasonable read forward, an excellent clock, some reasonable feet gives this a quality set well above everything else in its price. Tilting it forward, we see the design elements they've gone to and the attention to detail from a construction perspective with a solid top and some hex screws keeping everything closed. You'll see its depth, by the way, identical depth to their integrated amplifier, clearly designed to partner. These still sell regularly as an individual CD transport for some very high-end systems, again because their clock side of things is so good. But for obvious reasons, this form factor is designed to partner with the matched integrated amplifiers. At the back, we see some very simple things. A simple on and off rocker switch, an IEC power socket, and a fuse and spare fuse holder beneath. We've got some basic warnings associated with the fact that this is a laser product, and then some control, IR and 12 volt trigger. There's a USB. Now this will, through its transport, allow for an external drive of some kind. Now the most popular reason that this feature exists is really to give people some offline content. The odd bit of stuff on a USB drive. Trying to dial into a massive multi-terabyte hard drive through its operation and on screen is difficult. But 10, 20, 30 songs on a USB stick is excellent and gives you some background music to play when you're entertaining friends or something like that, or just basically a bit of music that you might have grabbed, downloaded from your streaming platform or something along those lines. Beside it is an optical digital output and a single coaxial digital output. And again, that's the magic. The coax output is how you would typically utilize this into one of the matched amplifiers, ensuring that the clock and the digital stream is partnered so well with the next piece, either a DAC or most likely one of the DAC amps. We've got basic emulation of serial number information and the Audiolab branding there as well. So, there we have it. Audiolab's stunning 9000 CDT CD transport, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.